Hello, y'all. I decided to read a Stephen King novel. I will admit this is the very first one. Picked it at random because, let's face it, Stephen King has a lot of books. Could not. So, picked one at random. Why not? Who knows? I picked The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger. It's the first in the series. I actually really liked it, which is funny because, like, I will never read it, just so we're clear. I will never read it. It has clowns. I'm definitely scared of clowns. Will not do it. Sorry. Won't do it. But I was just like, why not a different one, since you said no to that one? But, like, I loved this version because it has, like, these beautiful illustrations. And for, like, such a... I don't know, like, I loved the fact that there was illustrations. I know it's such, like, little kiddish, but, like, they're just great illustrations. I totally love when novels have illustrations because they're always just, like, so beautiful. And it's interesting what authors pick to be their art pieces, you know? And, like, it's just interesting to me, like, this is the very end of the book, but, like, they're just beautiful. And I'm like, they always pick these interesting things. And, like, I totally loved it. It was interesting because he did struggle with being a gunslinger, and, like, his father was a gunslinger, and it's, like, something that struck me odd. I was like, what is his name? Like, they haven't said his name the entire book. And, like, they didn't say it. They just kept calling him the Gunslinger. And, like, I can't even, I know that I heard his name, cannot remember it. Nope, not gonna happen. Because I'm like, they just call him the Gunslinger every time. And I'm like, I'm looking for his name. And I still can't find it. Anyway, because it was like once he mentions his name. Sorry, it's totally ranting. But, like, I don't know why, but that made me like it more, because I was like, well, what's his name? Who is this person? Where's he coming from? What's going on? And, like, it's interesting because time is so skewed in this book. I was talking to my friend about it, and he's already on, like, the seventh book. I'm like, okay, that's, like, too much for me. But he was like, yeah, time is so skewed, and I'm like, I had no concept of time. I was just, like, listening along. I was like, I don't know how much time is passing. I don't know. It's, like, a weird thing. And then when he had the boy with him, it was just like, okay, are we in the future? Are we in the past? Like, where are we? I'm like, I'm just gonna go along for the ride. Why not? Anyway, definitely a great read. Very dark. So if you don't like dark books, I would not read it, because it's kind of hard. It has hard things in there, and, like, a lot of death. Kind of like other books. But anyway, so if you're not a dark person, don't read it. But it was just interesting in him conquering his own fears, and, like, hearing, like, whenever he would be in the moment, and then he would go back and tell a story. I totally lost track that there was another story going on, because it was just like, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing story. And so, like, I love the fact that when it's doing a flashback, it's like you're living in the moment. It's not like just there's some books that have flashbacks. It's like, oh, this is a little flashback. I still know what's going on in the story, but this is a flashback. But when you had flashbacks, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally engrossed. Like, oh yeah, we're in this timeline, not this timeline. Oh my gosh. I totally loved that feeling. Anyway, so I personally would totally recommend this. This is a pretty, it felt really long, but it really isn't. It's only like 224 pages, so super easy read. I don't know why it felt long. I think it just felt long to me because, I don't know. But definitely recommend it. Definitely you should read it. In my personal opinion. But I hope you all enjoyed this review, and you all have a great day.